The morning sun of Oakhaven was a gentle thing, filtering through the ivy that clung to the stone walls of Alara's cottage. At 60, Alara moved with the quiet grace of someone who understood the rhythms of the earth. Her garden was her sanctuary and her confidant, a riot of color where she would whisper secrets to the roses and encouragement to the budding tomatoes. Her life was a simple, peaceful loop, tending to her plants, baking bread that filled her small home with a warm, comforting scent, and watching the seasons paint the valley from her porch. Oakhaven itself was a village caught in time, nestled between an ancient forest and a meandering river, seemingly forgotten by the rush of the modern world. Inside Alara's cottage, every object held a history, but the past was most present in a single, faded photograph on the mantelpiece of a smiling young man, and in the attic, where a large wooden loom lay dormant under a white sheet, a silent monument to a life she had locked away 30 years ago. This profound peace was shattered by the arrival of a sleek, black car that looked utterly alien against the rustic charm of the village square. A man in an expensive suit, Mr. Davies of Urban Lux Developments, stepped out, bringing with him the cold glint of corporate ambition. At a tense village meeting, he unveiled his company's plan to purchase the entire valley and transform it into a luxury wellness resort. He spoke of life-changing sums of money, of progress and modernity. The village was instantly fractured. The young, seeing a golden ticket out of a life they felt was going nowhere, were dazzled. The old, who measured wealth in harvests and shared histories, were horrified. "They want to buy our memories," an old farmer muttered, his voice trembling. Alara stood at the back, a silent observer, feeling the proposal not as an opportunity, but as an erasure. Her cottage was not just a structure of stone and wood, it was the cradle of her lineage, the place where her grandmother was born and where her own life had unfolded. In the days that followed, a chill settled over Oakhaven. For sale signs began to sprout like ugly weeds. Alara tried to reason with her neighbors, to remind them of the midsummer festivals, of the stories held by the ancient oak tree in the square, of the invisible threads of community that bound them all together. But her quiet words were no match for the loud promises of wealth. One evening, Mr. Davies paid her a visit, his smile as polished and artificial as his shoes. He scanned her handcrafted furniture and hand-stitched quilts with a dismissive air. "Mrs. Alara," he said, his tone dripping with condescension, "think of the comfort you could have. A modern apartment. This place, its time has passed." His words struck her more deeply than any threat. He wasn't just Dev.